Foxy here, part 7 to have Naruto was an untamed werewolf. And yeah, back onto the video, Uncle's POV. I threw Naruto on the ground. Naruto yet let out a painful whine, still holding his side and stomach. And Naruto sent me a death glare. Well, I can sympathize with that. Having a weapon that can really hurt you, having a cut that hurts more than, the usual, and being kicked in the stomach right after, then having your hair pulled, that really will hurt. I made my way over to Naruto. I can tell that he was trying to get up. But from his last fight and, the lack of meat on his bones, I can tell why he can't get up. His body is completely drained of energy. After I made my way towards him, I sat down on his stomach and held his neck again, squeezing. This time, Naruto didn't have the strength to, really cut me, scratch me on my shoulders. But he still had a little strength to try and cut my wrists. After around 30 seconds, he started to turn blue. And he looked at me panicked. I felt a little sad, so I went down, making sure. I made my way towards him, or my face towards him, and one of his left hand tried to cut me, but I released one of my hands from Naruto's neck and grabbed both of his wrists and putting them above his head. Then I made my way back towards Naruto, my face back towards Naruto, and I whispered in his ear, Close your eyes, puppy. I promise you, all of it will be over. I won't kill you. Just a simple knockout. I promise you that. Just give up, and all of it will end. I promise it won't be painful. I pulled myself away from Naruto. Naruto was still fighting. I sighed. Naruto's eyes started to flare close. I pulled my head back and gave him a really hard head. Then I pulled out some ninja wire and wrapped the ninja wire around his wrists. My hand still firmly on Naruto's neck. I let go, holding his wrists. After a couple minutes, after a couple seconds, I can tell Naruto was definitely knocked out. I made my way towards his legs. His legs were long and slim, but a lot of muscle was also packed onto them. And from the look on his legs, he relied on speed, not strength. Okay. After I was done wrapping him up, and I looked at the crowd, everyone was shocked. And I can tell why. Bloody Fang, the most dangerous, fighter, somehow got knocked out. I looked down at Naruto. The fight was not too hard nor too easy. It was a fight that gave me excitement. I looked to Naruto's side. I looked towards Naruto's side, the side that I cut. Then, after a few minutes of me doing after doing the right hand signs and healing Naruto up, at least to the point where he won't die, I picked him up, slung him over my shoulder, and made my way towards Minato, also picking him up. I looked towards the proctor. I win, I get Naruto. The proctor also looked towards me in shock, but nodded. But he nodded. Okay, just sign the papers and Blade Fang is yours. Your property, you own him, he is yours. Alright? I nodded and signed the papers. Have a good day, I said with a cheeky smile. I made my way towards everybody. Okay, come on guys, we need to get out of here quickly. And if I know anything from these type of places, they won't just let a viable asset go so easily. So I'm pretty sure they will send somebody to kill us and take Naruto back, I said. They all nodded, and I handed Kushina Minato. And we made our way back to Konoha. I looked down at Naruto. I adjusted Naruto, now holding him in a bridal style. I looked down at him. He was no longer bleeding, but his neck was his neck was bruised, thanks to me squeezing his neck tightly twice. I felt a little bad. Alright guys, we need to take a break and get some rest. And I'll clean him up, Kushina said while taking Naruto from my hands. I nodded and turned away, making my way towards everybody and help set up the camp. Kushina's POV. Sorry guys, pause. Either way, Kushina's POV. I took my baby boy from Enko's hands and I looked down at him. He was bloodied and bruised, and I can tell a thin layer of dirt was around his body, and he stank. He really did stink. But I didn't care. I had my beautiful baby boy in my arms. When I looked at him, all I can remember is the beautiful baby that I held so many years ago. Naruto was always a beautiful baby, or was a beautiful baby. Beautiful tan skin, bright blonde hair, and eyes that can rival all. I sighed and walked to the nearest river. Once I got there, I checked the water. The water was not too hot nor too cold, and the water was clean. I sat Naruto down and pulled out a bar of soap, some scrubbies, and a bunch of other things I'll need to heal up Naruto. After I got organized, I took off my shirt so I wouldn't get wet. And I folded my pants. Or, guys, Foxy here. Okay, I remember the name. She rolls up her pants. Back onto the video. I roll up my pants leg. I can't speak today. Pant legs. Now they're up to my thighs. I put my hair up in a bun. I grabbed Naruto. Naruto was still the most beautiful child I ever seen. But now he has scars to prove his survival. I smiled. I don't like when my babies are hurt, but for me, having a scar means you survived through something. And my beautiful baby boy is a survivor. But even through the scars, his skin was still smooth and quite beautiful. And also, he's quite fit for his age. 6-pack, strong arms. No, scratch that. He doesn't really have strong arms. More of the average. But his legs were completely different. Legs of a runner. I chuckled to myself and walked into the river. The river was calm. I sat down with Naruto still in my arms. I held him like a baby. I took the bar of soap and placed it in the water. After it was good, soapy, I started to rub it on Naruto. After 5 minutes, the soap, the once purely white soap, was now full of dirt and grime. I sighed, and I continued to scrub every inch of Naruto. After I was done scrubbing down Naruto's body, Naruto was finally clean and no longer stinked. He smelled like flowers and flowers and vanilla. Then I took out some shampoo and started to wash Naruto's hair. His hair was quite long. After I was done scrubbing his hair, the shampoo soap was also filled with dirt, grime, and surprisingly, fleas and ticks. I'm quite happy that I got a brand of shampoo that gets rid of these things. And I repeated the process with the conditioner. After Naruto was all clean, I started to think, how will I be able to get him to transform into his wolf? I guess I have to wait. I quickly dried Naruto off and laid him down on a blanket that I had. I looked at his wounds. Ugh, Anko did serious damage. A large cut. Ugh. I can see the Kyuubi's chakra healing it. But silver, it will take a while to heal. But there will still be a remnants of the cut. So I pulled out my first aid kit and started to defect the cut and sew it up. And I quickly wrapped the wounds. Naruto's midsection was covered in bandages. I sighed. I went down to his legs. They were also cut and bruised. Naruto, why do you have to be so rough? I can't really blame you. You were stuck in a fighting arena for who knows how long. I do the same process on his legs, except for the sewing part. I just wrap them in bandages. Then I went to his neck. A dark purple bruise was left. Anko, I swear I'm going to kill you. I sighed again. I also wrapped Naruto's neck. Naruto looked like a mummy. His legs, midsection, arms, and neck were covered. I mean covered in bandages and band-aids and yada yada. I lifted Naruto up carefully and put him in my lap. I grabbed a brush and started to brush his hair out. His hair was quite interesting. It was wavy yet curly at the same time. This type of hair is really, really hard to manage. Naruto, you are unlucky with your hair, but yet lucky at the same time, I thought. After I was done brushing and taking care of his hair and putting it up in a small bun, he looked so adorable. I lifted Naruto up. No. I got up and pulled out another blanket. This blanket was This blanket was a neon orange color, really bright. It had little stars and ramen there. If I know anything from my babies, they love ramen as much as I do. Along with some doggy bones. I laid the blanket on the ground. Then I went to Naruto, picked him up, and put him in the blanket. I started to wrap him. After I was done wrapping him, he was completely covered. Except for his face. His head, arms, legs were all bundled up like a baby. Oh. Then I went to clean up my mess. After I was done with that, I slung my backpack over my shoulder and picked up Naruto. And went to the camp. Once I got there, everyone was in their tents, or sitting around the camp. campfire. Anko and Minato were there. But everyone else was asleep. Minato, dear, I said. Hello, Kushina. How's Naruto? He's quite fine, but look at him, I said, while showing Naruto off. Oh my, he's so cute, Minato said, while making his way towards us. I handed Naruto over to him. And in a matter of seconds, Minato and myself were sitting down. I was on Minato's lap. Minato was sitting down on a stump. And Naruto was in our arms. This is an horrible sight. I feel like I'm going to barf out rainbows, Anko said while rolling her eyes. I couldn't help but laugh. Anko. You are amazing sometimes. But Anko, do this I don't think I'm saying her name right. Anko, if you do this again, you will be hanged. You will be hanged, Anko, I said while my hair floated upwards. Okay, Kushina, calm down. I sighed while my hair went back down. Well, could you tell us about Naruto and what you saw? Anko sighed and looked at us. And this will be the ending of part 7. Love you guys.